I welcome you all back to my channel. My name is Aisha. In today's video, I will be showing you how to cut and sew princess bustier darts. As you can see, I've already drafted it out. So if you want to know how to draft princess bustier dart, I have a video on that already. I will be dropping the link below so you can go there and watch the full video for better understanding. But as for this style, this particular top that I want to sew, this is the material I will be using, this Ankara. I will be cutting it out now, but before cutting, let me explain some things. This is the neck, you can see, and this is the yoke with a sweetheart cutting. So this is the shoulder. I'm making use of 7 inches. So from here, you add 2 inches to your shoulder here because of shortage of allowance, so that you won't be short of allowance when you are joining the bustier together. So, and this is the dart that we are using. So I'll be cutting out the yoke part. I've placed the pattern on the Ankara, so I'll be cutting it out. No need of adding any allowance to the side or of the Ankara because I've already added my allowance to the pattern when I was drafting it. So I will just cut it same shape. For the yoke, I will be adding ½ inch to this side because of the joining. So I'm using doll face for the yoke. It's for an old woman, so I can't use net for her. So that's why I'm using doll face. So I'll be adding ½ inch here. I've cut it out on the material. This is the yoke and this is the princess dart. So now I will be cutting out the back aspect. Cutting out the back aspect. The half length I'm using is 17.5. So this is 17.5. So I'll start from here. This is the upper part. So pattern of the clothes. So if you are cutting, you need to check the pattern of the clothes you are cutting. So it's like a flower and it's facing this side, so I need to make use of this side for the upper part and here for the down part. So I'll be making use of 2 inches for the zip allowance. So this is 2 inches for zip allowance. So from here, the shoulder I'm using is 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. So I'll come down by 9 inch. So this is 9 inch. So yeah, I'll be measuring 7.5. So I connect the lines together. So as for the bust I'm using, I'm using 42 for the bust. So this 42 plus 3 inches allowance. I come to the waist. I'm making use of 39 for the waist. So this 39 plus 3 inches allowance. So now as for the darts, so we come here, we'll be making use of 5 inch. So this is our dart. This is 5 inches. So, and I want to make use of princess dart at the back also. So I'll come down here from here. I'll come down by 5 inch also. So this 5 inch. So, and here this is our bust line. So here I'll come up by 1 inch at our bust line. So from here I come this side by 5 inch. So this is it. This 5 inch, you make it straight to the down part. So this is it. So you can see how I curve it. This is it. So I'll come here, I'll measure 2 inches. So come down by 5 inch also. So this is 5 inch. So that I won't be short when I'm cutting it out. So this is our new armhole curve. So yeah, I come here. This is where I will be drawing my armhole curve. So yeah. So this is where I will be drawing my armhole curve. So this is my armhole curve. So the reason for these 2 inches is I don't want to be short of material when joining it together. So that's why I make use of 2 inches here, so that I won't be short of material when I'm joining the darts together. So, and here I'll come here, I'll be giving it shape. So this is the shape. So at the back aspects, make use of 4 inch at the front for the width. I make use of 4 inches for the width and 1 inch for the depth at the back. So this is it. Zip. So you come back to the zip allowance. I will be removing 1 inch here. So this is 1 inch. I will be removing 1 inch. So I will connect it, I will slant it to this side so that I will have a perfect zip fixing at the back. That's the reason for the 1 inch it will lay. So you slant it this way. You can see. So I'll come back here and I'll add my 1 inch back to it here. So this is the 1 inch, we add it back. So this is it. So you add it back when. So now I'll be cutting it out. for my shoulders to look. I'll come here. Here you cut this out. This out. So for us to get so that we won't be short when we are joining it together. That's the reason for this. So this place is creating my shoulder measurement. You can see it. So this is it. So this is for the back aspect. As for the upper flea, we fold our fabric into two this way. You can see my fabric into, you can see the way I fold it for the upper flea. So if you check the picture very well, you can see that there is the flea starts from the center of the front to the back center. So that means we are going to divide the waist by 2. So we divide our waist by 2. Our waist divided by 2, that will give us 39 divided by 2, that will give us 19.5. So if we check the front pleat very well at the front aspect of the flea, they make use of we have 2 pleats there, the one at the down part and the one at the top part. So if you check the inches, is up to 8 or 7 inches. So I'll be adding 7 inches to my flea. That means 7 inches times 2, that will give us 14 inches. So I'll be plussing 14 inches plus that my half waist I divide. You know, I've already divided my waist into 2, so which is 19.5. 19.5 plus 7, plus 14 together. I will now divide it by 6.28. So plus 14 is equal to 33.5. So we divide our 33.5 by 6.28. So that will give us 5.3. So now we'll be using 5.3 for our radius. So our radius now is 5.3. So adding half inch, instead of me using 5 points, you know, we'll be joining it to the back with the zip allowance, so we need to add that inch to it. So instead of me using 5.3, I will be using 6 inch. So let me use 6 inches. So I'll measure 6 inches all around. So this is it. From there, we will be taking our measurements. So we will be minusing 5. If you check the upper flea and the lower flea, the differences in between them is up to 5 inches. So I'll be minusing 5 from my full length also. So I'll first of all minus the half length, which is 17 inches, plus the 5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 22. So now we'll be taking our measurements. So I'll be using 26. So from here now, 26 and a half. So this is it. So you minus your upper part and the differences in between the both flea, you minus it from, so to get this length. So now we have 7.5 here. So I'll be taking my 7.5 all around. So this is 7.5. So we need to open one part of it. So we open one part of it. So this is it. So come here to give it that slant shape. So I'll make use of 4.5. So this is 4.5 here. So that your 14 inches, that 14 inches that we took, that we had to the measurement. So this is 14 inches. So that we had to it. So from here, so cancel. And just give it that shape. So see, placing it now on the Ankara. So to cut out the Ankara, out the lining too. So let me out the lining and the ST. So this is it. This is the flay, the down flay, and the ST that I'm adding to it with the lining. So this is the upper part. So I've cut out the lining, the wording, and the ST I'm adding to it. Same thing applies to the side. So this is it. So, and this is the back aspect. So I've cut out the lining for the back aspect also. So this is the back aspect, and this is the yoke. So I'll be using line. You know, I is an old woman, so I can't use net for her. So I'll be using lining to turn these door face. So this is the lining. And as for the upper flay, so this is it. I've cut out the door face that I'm using, and this is the Ankara that I'll be using to turn it, and this is the ST. So I will need to gum it now. I'll use iron to gum it. So that's all about the cutting aspect. So I'll be showing flay at the upper part. So I'll be turning it with the Ankara. So I've got my hairstay at the back of the door. You can see it. So now I'll be sewing it round. So I'll be using the Ankara to turn it. So let me do that. The right side. Now aspect. So now I'll be turning it to the front part. After then, I'll give it a nice press. The two flay. This is the one at the front and the one at the back. So I'm through with the joining. So you can see I had ST to this other flay too. So this is it. So now I'll be sewing the upper part of the blouse. So the bustier part. So this is it. So I will be joining it now. You start from the down part. So that's how you join your bustier. So this is it. Make sure it is equal. shape. So let me fix the second side. See it. So now I'll be giving it a nice press. So let me sew the line. This is the inner part, you can see. So I'll open it, I'll iron every seam. So on it with the lining. After then, I notch it front aspect of the body. So this is it. You place it together here. So I prefer starting my joining from the center first. Now we'll join the second part also. So I've joined the of the blouse. I've joined it together. So this is the princess that you can see it. So you can see the reason why I said we should leave 2 inches so that you won't be short of allowance here at the joining here. So that's the reason for that. So now parts together. So I've joined the back and the front together, you can see it, and the yoke. So this is it. So now I will be joining the 2 flay to the upper part. I will be joining the front flay first. So let me join the front flay. For us to get the front flay, we look for the midpoint of the front aspect. This is the midpoint, as in the center point of the front, and we notch it. So I've already notched it. This is the center point of the front. You know the flay is going to stop at the center front of the front aspect. So we pick our flay. This is the flay. So we start, and this is the so we start our joining from the back aspect. You can see this is the back aspect. So I'll start my joining from here. So this is it. So let me join it from there. Center point, we are going to form our so this is it. So this is it. We can just sew it downward first before placing it. So let me use the before joining it so that we'll get the shape very well. So now I'll continue my sewing. So you can see this is it. So now I'll be joining the down flay to it. This is it. We will notch it at the center. We look for the midpoint. Can't make it equal because at the back we are adding zip to it, and we've already add our zip allowance to the flay. So we come here with, you can see the way I fold it. So this is our zip allowance, and you come to the center point here, you notch it here also. So this is the center front, and this is the side, and this is the back. So let me join it. At the upper part, that's where we insert our kissing pleating. So the body to the upper part. So this is it. You can see this is the first and this is the second flea. So this is it. You can see this is it. So now I'll be fixing the zip and the sleeve. So I'll be joining the sleeve to the body. So after then, I'll be showing you the final look of the blouse. This is the final look of the blouse. So if you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thanks.